Hey guys, good morning. Everyone went to home or what? Very less people are there. Yesterday class attended, Gab. Wow. That is simple mathematics. You know, it feel very hard. Correct, Priyanka? Tell me that mathematics is easy or not? Not easy. Easy. Wow. Only 15 members are given. अरे क्या हुआ रे तुमको? हाँ? Are you able to see my screen? Now? Hey, Pavan, what is this? బల్కంపేట కనిపిస్తుంది ఫేస్ లో బల్కంపేట టెంపుల్ అని. See, I shared data science and AI textbooks. Anyhow, you will not read, I know. But at least some hope. At least one student will go and will open the notebook. Okay, Jayant? That's the data science AI notebook. So this ISLP, before it is ISLR. Now it is ISLP. Very, very famous book, ma. Very, very famous book. The explanation, original author's explanation also available in the YouTube. Okay. This is only that was the explanation. 440 pages, 600 pages. Before it, they maintain with R. Now everything is Python. So R is outdated. They also updated their book. Okay. This is introduction to statistical learning, but all machine learning will come here. Linear regression. I recommend read this linear regression from this textbook. At least this is only 69 to 120, 60 pages are there. I recommend to read the linear regression from this. And this exercise is a red lab and all these things. This is all the Python codes. These all are Python code. Directly you can execute the Python code, it will execute it. What are the initial packages, linear regression. And the next class, logistic regression will be there. If you want to go to that, KNN, everything is there. Cross validation, everything is there. Very, very good book this is. This is one good book. And this is Han and Camber is for classification methods. Han and Camber is for classification methods. Han and Camber. This I have studied when I am in the college days. Okay. Han and Camber is very, very good. Han and Camber. Always believe that best thing is best teacher is always a textbook only. He is the best teacher. Okay. Not me, not other persons. We are not best. Only textbook is best. Okay. But unfortunately, in India, people will not read the textbooks. Either in school days, they will read their own books, whatever the teacher said. Of course, in the college days, they will read only Spectrum, all in one. Okay, that's the problem. So textbook is very, very important. 100 pages of ML. If you were interview after ML is completed, if you have interview is there, just go through this 100 pages very fast. Okay, Mani, how are you? You back? You back, right? So you went home. Then what do you bring us? Nothing. You conjure. Hmm? So ISLP for linear regression chapter. For linear regression chapter. Open intro. Open intro for sampling theorem, sampling theorem, hypothesis testing, hypothesis testing, hypothesis testing. Han and Camber, Han and Camber for classification. My PPT also I made from these textbooks only. My PPTs also. If I say that you will read only PPTs, I know. When you have interview, read 100 pages. Read 100 pages ML. You want to understanding ANN for neural network, rooted network understanding. Then that is called author by Gurney. Gurney. So this is the thing. Karad Utkarsh, that is Stanford. Stanford faculty and ISLR. ISLP explanations will be available. ISLP explanation. ISLP introduction 1, 2, 3, everything will be there like this. Elements supervised learning, useful resources, everything will be there like YouTube. They explained it. That's a very, very best book, ma. A very, very best book. Next. Next I uploaded. Machine learning PPT. As of now, I uploaded linear regression and linear regression maths also I uploaded. Linear regression maths. So linear regression maths means same thing, whatever you have written. Y equal to sales and multiple linear regression equation, predictions, mean error, cost function, and everything that is uploaded. Till beta not uploaded. That is, and let's come to the linear regression PPT. And what I uploaded here is called OLS math write-up assignment, right? Assignment. Machine learning classroom notes. Yeah. Very good. Notepad? You want notepad? This one? This for you only. These are the one important, ma. Saturday no class, Sunday no class, Monday no class. I think sometimes I feel like I'm making publicity, like because Saturday no one will take the class. Only I am only the person taking the class. Sunday also no one will take the class. Monday is any of us, but I'm making that no class, no class, no class. Actually, this is no class at all. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Okay. Technically, I'm speaking. If I take the leave, I will take only Tuesday, and that is also will cover on Sunday. That's also will cover on Sunday. Okay. But sometimes I feel like I'm making publicity, but Saturday, Sunday, Monday, please check Google Classroom regarding Tuesday class. Also check the WhatsApp group. Enjoy the days. Okay. Watch movies, roam entire Hyderabad, go to near Hyderabad places, pubs, parties, photos. But don't post your photos in the WhatsApp group, okay? After full drink. Like Rangopal Verma. Don't do like that. And don't abuse anyone, your friends. And don't abuse me while calling. Okay. Okay, Saurav. It is there here. It's commented for you only. The comments. There are the comments. Yesterday I got throat pain, today I got cold. Tomorrow what happened, I don't know. And I need to go to Shirdi today night. And I need to take care of 17 members. 17 members total. I need to take care of everyone. So one minibus is enough for us, right? Roaming Shirdi, Nasik, everything that is. One minibus. I only know that Toda Hindi. So I can only manage there. That is. Oh, that hai. Thank you, thank you. But I will not give anything. Don't make me butter. I know that how much I get. All set, all set. Let's take now PPT. Let's go to PPT once. What we have, that is where I got the PPT. Yeah. Read this first one. A production house in Mumbai wants to analyze the relationship between the promotion and sales for their daily serials. Okay, like Big Boss. Okay. You want to make the promotion. They want to know how much revenue would be generated if spend 4 lakhs on promotion on a new serial. Now this data set generally old data set. If they provided 1 lakh, they are getting 11 lakh. If you spend 1.5, they are getting 16 lakh. 2 lakh, 21 lakh, 2.4, 25, 3 lakh, 31. From these are the now points, right? These are the data points. 1 comma 11, 1 point data point. 1.5 comma 16 is another data point. 2 comma 21 is another data point. 2.4 comma 25 and 3 comma 31. If you plot the data, you will get like this. Dots. These are the dots. Now, what is your test case here? You are passing 4 lakhs. This is your input data. That is one train data. This is your test sample. Now, what you are getting here? Now, he made a equation. What the equation is called? Revenue equal to 10 into promotion plus 1 lakh, suppose. That is nothing but it is called beta naught plus beta 1 into promotion. What is this? You can make it, no? What is the formula here? Revenue equal to beta naught plus beta 1 into promotion. What is our main goal in linear regression? What is main goal in linear regression? We need to find the best coefficients. How you find the best coefficients? By minimizing the cost function. What is the method is called? OLS method. Ordinary least square method. Where are the answers in the chat? Ordinary least square method. From the ordinary least square method, we have two formulas. One is for beta naught, another for beta 1. What is the formula of beta naught? Ya bar minus beta 1 into x bar. X bar. Beta 1 formula is what is that? Covariance of x comma y by variance of x. So your formulas are ready and your data also ready. Then you can easily find the beta naught and beta 1. Suppose he found the beta naught and beta 1. For him, the beta naught equal to 1 lakh and beta naught equal to 1000. Beta naught equal to 1000. Let's see this. Now let's talk about this. We'll take, where is your page? Page. Your classes, one class is ahead between compared to evening batch. How that is happened? Because of extra, daily extra half an hour. Yesterday I taken 9:30. The guy came 3 times. After 9 to 9:30, he came 3 times. Because they want to also go to home, right? They also have family and that everything that is. Of course, I have also family, but let's come to here. This one. Maybe your batch will complete very fast then, compared to their batch. If we go like this. Yeah. Now, by assuming that, suppose you are providing only advertisement, the same problem I'm taking, the same problem. Now I'm saying same problem. What is that? Revenue equal to 10 into revenue equal to 10 into promotion. I'm taking the same thing. So here revenue beta naught beta 1 into this is promotion. This is promotion. Refer from where? Refer from PPT. This is from PPT. PPT, okay. Reference from PPT. The values, what is the values you are getting now? Or revenue equal to 10 into, so 1 lakh, first is 1 lakh, 5 zeros plus 10 into promotion. Equation kaise mila? Which equation? First equation, second equation. Second equation, you got the values. You calculated beta naught and beta 1. So what is our main goal in linear regression? What is the main goal? That is not the main goal. Find the suitable coefficients. Find the suitable coefficients. Find the suitable coefficients in order to minimize the error. Is the goal, or minimize the cost function. Minimize the cost function or error. So how can we find the coefficients? By using OLS method will find coefficients. OLS means ordinary least square. Ordinary least square. It is a method to find the coefficients. What are the other two methods we learned that I displayed yesterday? Maximum likelihood and gradient descent. Correct? You should not forget that. That is the only question they will ask you. One is OLS and another one is MLG and another one is gradient descent. Gradient descent is the boss. You can use gradient descent for any problem, as the machine learning, as the deep learning or NLP. Any problem, machine learning, deep learning, NLP, AI, all the problems can solve by which method? Gradient descent. Gradient descent. OLS method is for only for which one? Linear regression. And similarly, MLE for only which one is called logistic regression. In data science, your main goal is finding the coefficients. And for that, OLS is for which one? Linear regression. Gradient descent also we can use. But OLS is the best one. MLE is for logistic regression. For logistic regression also we can use what? Gradient descent. Gradient descent is a technique. Linear regression is a model name. Linear regression is what? Model name. Logistic regression is a model name. That we'll see after the linear regression. So now Saurav is asking, how can I got these values? Now you have a original data. What you will have generally? You have a original data. We have original data. Original data. Correct? Original data means what will be there? Which means input will be there and actual output will be there. Actual output will be there. Actual output will be there. So what is the beta naught formula? What is the beta naught formula? I'll take the formula beta naught from here. I'll take from here. So this is beta 1 formula. So this is the beta 1 formula and then comma and beta naught formula. Beta naught formula is equal to ya bar minus beta 1 into x bar. X bar. Okay. Now what is ya bar? What is ya bar? Ya bar is the mean of actual output. Mean of actual output data. Where you will get this? From the original data? This is given or not? This is given. This is given. What is x bar? What is x bar? Mean of input. This is also given. This is also given. And what is YAI? Individual observations. YAI. Individual observations. Individual output. Individual actual output. Individual actual output. This is also given. This is only given first. This is given. From this we'll solve ya bar. From this actual we call ya bar. From this we calculate ya bar. So this we can remove. Instead of that, we can write xi. What is xi? Xi is equal to individual input observations. Input observations. This is given. From this we'll solve. We'll calculate. You will calculate which one? X bar. X bar. Correct? All are given. So you can easily calculate beta 1. Then if you calculate B1, what do you calculate? Beta naught. So both we can calculate it but from the data. So beta naught, beta 1 we can calculate from the data. So beta naught and beta 1 calculate from data. In Python, only 3 steps: import the package, save the package, apply the fit transform on the original data. You will get the values. But if you want to write JNTU 8-mark question, you need to remember the formulas. They'll give the data. You need to write it. You need to solve it. That's the JNTU 8-mark question, no? That's it. Understood, Saurav? Suppose with this logic, you got the value of like this. With this logic, you got values like this. Revenue equal to 1 lakh plus beta naught into promotion, which means here the beta naught value beta naught value equal to 1 lakh. Similarly, beta 1 value equal to 10. Understood story now? Ramesh, good, right? That the very important thing is, can you please confirm the chat? Nikita is good, Utkarsh is good, Nagaran is good, Priyanka good, Savita is good. What about others? So many people are went home, still we have 40 count. Everyone in the present in the class, still we have 40 count. That means your class people are not joined. Offline people. Now, the very thing is called important, is called interpretation. Suppose this equation is there, interpretation. What we call interpretation. Of beta naught and beta 1. Beta naught and beta 1. Beta naught and beta 1. That means you need to explain to the client, because client is not a technical guy, right? How can you explain from this? Tell me. What is the interpretation of beta naught and beta 1? In that first, tell me interpretation of beta 1. Interpretation of beta 1. How can you explain to client? Tell me, how can you explain this client? This equation is there. How can you explain to your father? Then you will get some fear, because he will kick you, no? If you not explain now. Father will kick you. Tell me now. My father definitely kick me if I not say this. Linear line, my father doesn't know. My father doesn't know meaning of linear also. Equation, he didn't study. He only 7th class. Fail. My mother went to school. Tell me. Interpretation of B1. Arey, think no. How can you explain to your client? Yeah. For that, I will make you only will explain. Now I will give some exercise. Okay. Let's take that some table. X, Y, X plus 2, 3X, 4X. Let's do this. Some observation. Okay. So, okay, this is X. This is X. This is Y is equal to X. This is Y is equal to 2X. This is Y is equal to 3X. Y is equal to 4X. So this is 1. What is the value of this? 1. This value is, this value is, this value is, this value is 2. This is 2. This is 4. This is 6. This is 8. This is 3. And this is 3. This is 6. This is. Now, don't look at the equation. Look at only these values. Now, I'm increased by 4. Now, what is this value? 1, 2, 2 say 3, 3 say what will have? 4. Don't look at the equation. 2 say 4, 4 to 6, what will come? 8. And 3 to 6, 6 to 9, what is this? 12. 4 to 8, 8 to 12, what is this? So, now this, how much this is increasing? How much this is increasing? How much this is increasing? This is 1 unit. How much this is increasing? 1 unit. How much this is increasing? 2 units. How much this is increasing? 3 units. How much this is increasing? 4 units. If I write equal to y is equal to 10x, how much this will increase? 10 units. Now look at only this first column and last column. If I increase x by how many units? Then my y will be increased how many units? That's it. That is the interpretation. है ना? Again, if my x is now x1 say 2, I increase how many units? Now this 2 test say how many increase it in unit? If I increase 2 to 3, how many units I increase? Then 4 to 6, how many units increase? So what is the generalized one? If I increase my x by 1 unit, then what happen? My y will be increased by 2. If my x is increased by 1 unit, my y will be how much? Now tell me this. If I increase my promotion by 1 rupee, then my revenue increase by how much? Tell me. 10. That is the interpretation. That's it. Then your father will understand or not? That's it. That's the way you can explain to the client. For that, you need to learn this kind of mathematics in school days. Analogy, connect the dots. So the interpretation is, if we increase x by 1 unit, then y will be increase by beta 1 times. How many times? Beta 1 times. Assume that that is equal, beta naught is constant. Beta naught is constant. So this is the interpretation of B1. If we increase by x is equal to y 1 unit, then y will be increased by how many units? Beta 1 time. Either you can say this is, say you don't worry, that is, but this is the interpretation. The same equation, if I write this, now tell me in your words. Interpret this equation. If anyone asks you interpret this equation, how can you tell now? Tell me. Tell me, ma. Everyone should say, if, say it, if we increase promotion by 1 unit, we want to add only 1 rupee on the promotion. If you increase promotion by 1 unit, then revenue will be increase by how many? 10 times. 10 times. That is the interpretation. Easy? Easy, my everyone? Can you please confirm the chat? If we increase by x, your input by 1 unit, then your output will be increased by beta 1 times. That only here is saying, na, I am increasing by x how many units? 1 unit. Then my y increasing by what? 10 times. This is happened because of only the linear line. Your line is linear. Whenever your line is linear, you can easily say that amount of increase. The amount of increase you can easily say. Always remember that. Your line will be linear. Suppose here it is there. And here it is there. And your line will be linear is there. Your line will be linear is there. And how much you travel this 1 unit, that this much travel is happened here. This much travel is happened. Again, the amount of the same distance you travel from here to here, take a scale and do like this. Again, increase like this, and this amount definitely equal. Definitely equal. Because this is because of linear line. Because this is of a linear line. Suppose you take like this. You take like this non-linear line. I am traveling from here. How much I am increasing? Only this. But if I travel here, how much I am increasing? This is this and this not equal. If you travel some more, it will be, see, this value is high, no? This value is high compared to this value. It is not equal proportion because this is the behavior of non-linear. So linear lines always be increased by equal proportions. Non-linear lines will not be equal. Now, if you increase some more distance, then what happen? It will go to here. This much is increasing happened. That's why it is called, I'm not able to say it is a non-linear behavior. So linear curves always increase in proportion, same proportion. Non-linear curves will not increase by same proportion. Note on that. Linear curves, this behavior is happened. This behavior is happened. This behavior is happened because this behavior happens because of linear property. Linear property. In linear property, what happen? If y is increases some amount, x is also increased in the same proportion. If x is increase some amount, then y also increase in the same proportion. Also increase in the same proportion. Increase in same proportion. In the same proportion. In non-linear, that is not the case. In non-linear, that is not the case. If you want, you can take pen and book and you can check it, no? Like how I checked. Take equal 1 scale, 1 centimeter. Now check it, it will how much it is increase. That y also. In the non-linear, definitely. That means linear curves can be interpretable. Non-linear curves can't be interpretable. Note on that also. I will ask in after 15 days the same question. Definitely. Linear curves can be interpretable. Non-linear curves can't be interpretable. Linear curves can be interpretable. Linear curves can be interpretable. Non-linear curves can't. Can't. Okay, good. Now tell me this. Now interpretation of beta naught. Interpretation of beta naught. Tell me. Interpretation of beta naught. In this equation, how can you interpret beta naught? In this, how can you interpret beta naught? Bolo business guys, how many have side businesses? You don't have anything. Any side business? Only main business directly. Money. Tell me. How can you interpret beta naught? Suppose Money has opened a restaurant. Understood that. Okay. That restaurant is very, very famous. Okay. Everyone will go to that restaurant only. Still he required promotion for that restaurant. Suppose he is not doing any promotion, he will get income or not? Because Money restaurant is very famous, no? You have some business, guys. Think like that. You have some business is there. I am not doing any promotion. Still I can do the business or not? Then promotion ko hatao na? Promotion ko hatao. Still he not do the promotion, how much revenue he can get? 1 lakh he can get. That is the interpretation. If you do the promotion, he can get more, 10 times. But he not do the promotion, how much he can get? 1 lakh is fixed. You do the promotion, no promotion, how much income he can revenue? 1 lakh. Definitely we will eat there one day. Money. Okay. So the interpretation of beta naught is what? Assume that assume that we are not providing any promotion. Assume that we are not doing any promotion, any promotion, still we get some revenue. Still will get till we can get 1 lakh revenue. 1 lakh revenue. That is the interpretation of beta naught. Beta naught. So this is the interpretation of beta naught. But this is a specific problem thing. But how can you provide your specific thing? Okay, tell me. How can you provide a specific thing, specific definition? Tell me. What is the equation generally? Beta naught plus beta 1 into x, correct? And tell me about this equation. Tell me about this equation. How can you say this? Tell me now, same thing like this. How can you say this equation? Beta 1 equal to 0. Beta 1 will become 0. Even will beta not equal to 0. We want to talk about beta naught. Beta 1 equal to 0. Then we'll get promotion. Promotion is a problem related, na? Forget about promotion and revenue. Think about only the formula. Tell me in terms of formula. Tell me. Beta naught is okay. Beta naught is independent. That's all. You can able to explain this revenue thing. What is the meaning of this? If you are not spending anything on promotion, how much revenue you are getting? 1 lakh. That's the interpretation. If you increase promotion by 1 unit, how much revenue will be increased by 10 units? So that's why if you increase x by 1 unit, how many units will get? Beta 1 times. Now what happens is? That's all. Okay. Okay, we'll do one thing. Google it. Tell me, and at least Google it and tell me what is the interpretation of beta naught. Do you Google it? What is the interpretation of beta naught? Do it, ma. Do it, everyone. Are you getting? Can you please confirm the chat? What is the interpretation of beta naught? The pakka question. These were interpretations. क्या लिखा उसने? Why are you seeing so serious? Shravya, done. What is the meaning of that? Tell me. Interpretation of beta naught in linear regression. Type karo. Interpretation of beta naught in linear regression. Interpretation of linear regression coefficients. That's why prompt engineering extra job created. No, nowadays prompt engineering. How good you mention the prompt, that very good it gives the reply. Prompt engineering. Independent of dependent on units of predictors. Intercept in mathematics, we know, right? What is the intercept meaning? Shift the, lift the line, no? It is lifting. That only promotion, no? How much is getting revenue? Always 1 lakh. Are you getting the comparison or not? See here. I'm going to here. I'm passing my line here. This much lift is happening. How much that lift is called? 1 lakh. 1 lakh is lift. So this much lift is happening. This is the grace period, grace value. So that is that 1 lakh is coming. That's why even though it is stop also, I'll get what? 1 lakh. That means even though that X is off, that input is off, then still we can get how much that is? Beta naught. So beta naught is like you said, what beta naught is what? Intercept only. Beta naught is independent of, we can write like this. If the input is off, if the input is off, the output is always equal to beta naught. If the input is off, the output is always equal to beta naught. Now interpretations are very, very important, ma. So general interpretations I'm writing here. So this is the first interpretation. So interpretation of B1, name it interpretation of beta naught. Say it both. Say it both. Interpretation of beta 1. What is the interpretation of beta 1? Tell me. If we increase X by 1 unit, then Y will be increased by beta 1 time. Assume that beta naught is a constant. And interpretation of beta naught is 1. If the input is completely off, then Y is always equal to beta naught. That is the technical interpretation. But in the revenue problem, how can you interpret the revenue problem? How can you interpret the revenue problem here? This is a revenue problem. Tell me what is the revenue problem here? If we increase by promotion by 1 unit, 1 rupee, then revenue increase by how many units? 10 times. That is the revenue. In the same way, here also revenue problem. What is the revenue here? Assume that we are not doing any promotion. Still we can get how much value? 1 lakh. This is a problem based on the specific problem. Based on the specific problem. And this is the interpretation, general interpretation. Look at the 1 minute on this. Note on this. Getting suffocation. AC is not on. The window is not open. You people will be merge jayega. On that AC, otherwise open the window. AC is not okay, by the way, for you? AC is okay? No? Switch off the AC. Bro, switch off it. I will get suffocation very, very fast compared to other people. That's why I'm not going to office regularly. I just said to my manager, I will get suffocation, I will not come. It will have very, very closed rooms. One-way paths, like closed paths. When I walk like this, it's like a tunnel. It looks like a tunnel. But in Bangalore, it is a very, very vast, outside area, right? It's full of open area. That is. But here that is not open area. After you have the lunch also, you can't walk also. That is. But in Bangalore, we can walk. Me and my manager, we walk around 1 round in the entire building. That is. Fresh air will come. But in Hyderabad, everything is congested. That is. I'll get the suffocation very, very fast. The suffocation will come, I will get headache. That headache again, I have migraine. It will come, it will stay till 3-4 days. Then khatam my jindagi. That is. So lots of problems are there with my head. Yeah. So this is good, right? Can you please confirm the chat? Interpretations is very, very important. So till now, what we completed, just tell me now. First one we completed. First we completed about the from starting class. What we completed? Tell me. We create a linear regression equation. Linear regression equation. Second, what we'll do? We understood. We understood. We try to we understood about slopes and line equation. Correct? About slope and line equation. Also we understood the different terminology. Different terminology. We understood the different terminology. Like in maths, it called slopes, right? It called slopes. In machine learning, in ML, it's called coefficients. And in deep learning, it's called weights. Then we calculated so many things. What have we calculated? We calculated error. We calculated squared error, SSE. We calculated SSE equal also called RSS, and we calculated that MSE. We calculated that cost function, RMSE, RMSE, and then we learn about the loss function. We learn about the cost function. And fifth one is we understood our goal. We understood the goal of the linear regression. So we understood the goal of linear regression equation. Correct? And then what I have done? We try to find the coefficients. We try to find the coefficients by minimizing the cost function. And this is called what? This is called OLS. And finally, we got the coefficient equations. Finally, we got the coefficients, which means your model is ready. Now, we try to interpret our model. We try to interpret our model. These 8 steps is applicable for all the ML models, all the AI models. What is our problem? How can we solve? After we get the model, how can we interpret it? Understood? This only be done, right? Good. Can you please confirm the chat? Only Priyanka is responding. Priyanka, Nikita, Utkarsh, Nagarani, Sabita, Srishti, Arun, Pravalika. Oh, everyone is girls only. No boys. Boys is not allowed responding. Who? Only 2 persons responding. We try to interpret our model. Everything is important, ma. Everything is important. Linear regression is the big thing. And the question they will ask in the linear regression only, starting. Tell about yourself is the same thing kind of a everything questions on the linear regression. Pakka questions in the linear regression. There's no doubt in that. If you learn linear regression like this, if you'll feel very happy because that guy also learn only linear regression. Okay, he doesn't learn NLP, doesn't learn AI. Also learn only linear regression, and he solve so many problems on the linear regression, right? So he can try to ask you so many questions because of this experience. So next, you develop the model. Then what your goal? Next, what do you want to do? Model is created. Next, what? Model is testing. You need data, no? That means testing means evaluate. You can say evaluate. That means you need some metrics. Yeah. Then model metrics. Then metrics. Then talk about the metrics. Metrics. So in the metrics, the main important thing is called RSE. RSE. It is called residual standard error. Residual standard error. Residual standard error is the first one. Then R square. R square. The second one. Adjusted R square. Adjusted R square is the third one. And this MSE, RMSE will keep on, will come into the picture. MSE, RMSE, MSE, and RMSE. MAE, MAPE. Now today, you will write MSE, MAE, RMSE, MAPE, the difference. You need to Google it, you need to learn it, you need to write the article on this. Okay. MAE versus MSE versus MAE versus RMSE versus MAPE. Yeah, difference of that. MSE you already know, right? Mean squared error. RMSE, like that MAE also full form is there, MAPE also full form is there. Understand the difference. Okay. Yeah, mean absolute error, mean absolute precision error. Okay, like the full form is there. You need just Google it and write the article. That is your task today. MSE, RMSE, MAE, MAPE. In one of interview, they ask these questions. What the difference of all these four? That company name is some startup company, that is. Everyone is at the time what happened, some period is there, every interview is selected, but they are not offering desired package. That is the minimum common sense of HR. No, I will offer this much package, then you are ready or not. You should ask me, right? No, they will conduct all the rounds and they'll finally they select and they'll say, then they will talk the discussion. That is. You can't believe that Infosys is trying to offer me only 9 lakhs. 9 lakhs. Only 9 lakhs. Okay, only 9 lakhs they try to offer me. That is a very, very less compared to my original package. Then, oh no, this is the only rules and regulation. We only offer this much package. Because that is no wonder. You are hiring 2011 with 3.6 lakh package, 2020 also 3.6 lakh package, fair share. There's no wonder that. 10 years, no increase in salary for freshers. But CEO salary increase in crores. Lakhs to crores. Okay. Yeah, this is one interview they asked this question. This is your task. So this is assignment. Which company? No, I didn't feel any first question till now. Some companies will talk only the business use cases. Deloitte asked some good coding questions. Complete coding questions. Cognizant directly conducted one test first. And they created the, after test pass, what happened? They created 2 more rounds. In the 2 more rounds, again, they ask coding question on all these things. But that coding question is also very, very easy, but you need to, in front of them, you need to solve. That is, in the call itself, you need to solve that questions. Let's see the logics. Very, very easy means Infosys. No questions at all. Second round, just manager called me. What is your experience? You want to relocate? You want Hyderabad? Okay, fine. Thank you. That's it. Very, very easy. That. So many companies I attended. I didn't remember, recall in very fast. The startups, so many things I attended. I had Happiest Minds. Happiest Minds also very easy questions. Only see, they concentrate on only SQL and pandas. That's it. And one company is there. Uh, Infosys, they are asking only the thing of. I think he prepared some questions directly. Okay, he asked me only that question, no resume. There no relation with resume. He's asking only question fatafat. Statistics 10 questions, machine learning 10 questions, deep learning 10 questions. One company is there, they are asking good question. That is startup company. Brain Technologies. Brain. It is in Hyderabad startup. They asked me so much dealing on deep learning and NLP. Only startup will touch the deep learning and NLP nowadays. All service-based company, they will ask only ML. Okay. Now let's see this residual standard error. One of my relative is there. He is also working in brain technologies in the data science, but he is unmarried. So he suggested me don't join in brain technologies if you are married. They'll ask you to come out Sundays, Saturdays, full work on these things. That is. That's why I choose Cognizant. Services companies, no work, less work. Whenever your work is there, more work. Whenever you don't have work, no one will touch you. I can aram se teach karke, I will go and I will come and I can maintain that is like that. So teaching is my passion. So I can't leave the teaching. That is. I need to do the job also, right? But next two company is product-based company, pakka. I will try for either Microsoft or Google kind of companies only next. Even though their work is huge, but it's okay, fine. What do difference? Product company and service-based company, two companies will be there. Product company means I will develop the product. Service-based company, you will use my product. Azure used by TCS, but TCS doesn't have any cloud platform, right? TCS will pay the money to whom? Azure means which company? Microsoft. So TCS will pay the money to the Microsoft. They will use the service of Azure and they will provide the services to the government of India. So income tax ITR file written is there. ITR file is written is developed by Infosys. So Infosys has the government projects. TCS has government projects. But they will take care of whose help? Microsoft or Google or Facebook like that. That are called product-based company. These are called service company. Service company, that's why they'll offer less. Product-based company, they'll offer more. Tell me, what do you recall? Standard error means. Tell me. Standard error means sigma by. Have you remember that? Standard error equal to sigma by root over n. I remember that. I just want to connect the dots. Sigma by root over n. This is the standard error. The standard, what is sigma? What is sigma? What is sigma? Variance. If you apply the root over entire thing, that means again root of variance can I write? Root of standard deviation can I write? Okay, variance I'm writing. I'm writing what? Variance. Then again standard error, I can write like this, right? What is variance equal to? that is equal to root over sigma square by n. Suppose if I want to write the same thing here, if I want to write the same thing here, if I want to write same thing here, I can write a root over a root over a root over sigma square divided by n. Can I write like this? Sigma square by n. What is sigma square then? Standard deviation, correct? Sigma square is equal to standard deviation. Standard deviation. Standard deviation. Any doubts in this? Now tell me. Sigma is the standard deviation. Sigma square is the variance. Acha, then why you are making me wrong? So sigma is equal to standard deviation. Sigma square is equal to variance. Arey, yaar. I'm believing you, you are making me wrong. You are right. What do you want, right? Variance. This is variance. This is what? Standard deviation. Now variance formula क्या? Variance formula क्या? What is the variance formula? अरे variance formula रे. What is the variance formula? Summation. The formula summation किधर है? Can I write this? No problem. पक्का, right? Can I write this? This is a standard error. Now I want to make this residual standard error. The next formula what I want to make is residual standard error. Residual. What is residual meaning? Error. Error means what will happen? What will come here? Y. Actual. What will come here? Y. Predicted. That's it. That is the formula. Residual standard error formula is equal to, that is the formula. And this we call residual sum of squares. Sum of squares of residuals. SSR. RSS. This we call what? RSS. Have you remember this RSS formula? RSS, RSS. RSS. RSS, residual sum of squares. Residual sum of squares. See, that is the formula. So if you understand standard error, you can easily remember this. So the architecture is same, right? Standard error, what is the architecture? Xi bar minus X. But this here residual means what happened? Actual minus predicted. The entire numerator become what? RSS. So this formula now is called residual. RSE equal to RSE equal to RSE. RSS. Note on that. Note up. Note on this one. This is, you already know that standard error equal to sigma by root over n. We are just rearranging that. Sigma is nothing but what? Standard deviation. Then standard deviation is generally in the original data. Standard error is generally in the sampling data, right? Sampling means. So here sigma by root over n, sigma square by n. But sigma is, what is the sigma? That is equal to sigma square is nothing but variance. Nothing but a variance. You can write like this. You want. We are just rearrange, ma. We are just rearrange. Nothing I have done. Next. So just now standard error formula. This is, we come to standard error formula here. There no relation, no relation. There is just analogy. There no relation, ma. This is completely different. This is completely different. There's analogy. So standard error means how much a observation is deviated from the mean point, right? Now here what happened? How much a original prediction is deviated from the actual output. That is the only error. Now here residual. Residual means what happened? Your residual means what happened? Actual minus predicted. And this is called what? RSS, residual sum of squares. Now here YPI, if you take the YPI formula, what is the YPI formula? YPI formula, beta naught plus beta 1 into x1. How many coefficients are there total? Bias plus coefficient is there. How many coefficients are there? 2 coefficients are there. That means 2 parameters you need to find. How many coefficients you need to find? 2 parameters. In the 2 parameters. 2 parameters you need to find. 2 parameters you need to find. So then your formula will become, Venki, your formula will become n minus 2. And this is called degrees of freedom. This is called what? Degrees of freedom. This is called what? Degrees of freedom. Suppose you have one more variable is there. Then what you will write? N minus 3. Where n minus 2 is called degrees of freedom. Where n minus 2 is called what? Degrees of freedom. That means you can skip 2 values is enough. You can skip 2 values is also enough. Degrees of freedom. The degrees of freedom depends on number of parameters. Degrees of freedom depends on number of parameters. Depends number of parameters. Again, ma, simple. Before we come up with what? RSS by n. In statistics, everywhere degrees of freedom will be there. Only the thing is, there is a big debate is there. Either you want to choose n or you want to choose n minus 2 or n minus 3. There's a big debate is there. But you think like that, you have 1,000 observations is there. You remove one observation. Farak hai kya, nahi kya? Tell me. There any problem? 1 crore observation is there. You remove 2 observations. Is there any problem? No problem, right? So that's why there's no debate. That's why if you want to subtract any sample, the technique is called how many parameters are there. And that many n minus 2. And this is called degrees of freedom. You will see in some textbooks this is. Some textbook they will write only n. Some textbooks they will write only n. Sometimes they will write n minus 1. Some people write n minus 2. Some people write n minus k. N minus k. So that's why don't much worry about that. Only remember that n minus is nothing but what? Degrees of freedom. Now means degrees of freedom depends on what? Number of parameters. Number of parameters equal to 2, then you will write n minus 2. If number of parameters equal to 3, then you will write n minus 3. Understood? So this is called RSE formula. This is called RSC formula. Now, what is the definition of RSC? What is the definition of RSC? You need to explain to me now. Definition of RSC. Definition of RSC. Definition of RSC. Definition of RSC. Suppose RSC is equal to, in your revenue problem, this problem, for this problem, RSC equal to, RSC equal to 1000. RSC equal to 1000. For this problem, RSC equal to 1000. Now Google the definition and explain me. Do it. Google the definition and explain me. Everyone, Google the definition, explain me. N minus 2. So n is nothing but number of observations, right? So it is okay if you remove the 2 observations if you lost. It is okay. That's called freedom. How can that you freedom? How can you decide the 2? 2 it depends on how many parameters are there. So suppose tomorrow beta 2 x2 will come. 3. So n minus 3 will come. N minus 3. Like that. How much a regression model? Saurav is saying how well a regression model fits the data set. But it is coming 1000. Means what is the meaning then? Standard deviation of residuals. Okay. Now tell me, RS is equal to 1000 means what? Why again precision come here? Value less also predictions are not good, right? What is RS equal to 1000? What is RSC? Tell me. Very easy thing you are not able to understand from Google also. What is RSC? What happened in the chat, ma? RSC linear regression. RSC assumes, first of all, RSC assumes we got our true regression line. We got our true regression line. That means that is a very, very best fit. True regression line. Even though we got our true regression line, even though we got our true regression line, which means best fit. Even though we got our true regression line, the actual revenue is deviated because the output is what? Revenue, right? The actual revenue is deviated 1000 on of average. from the regression line. From the regression line. That is the meaning. First of all, RSI assumes what? We got the true regression line. Best line we got. Even though you got the best line. But from my actual sales, you are how much you deviated? 1000. 1000 times 1000 rupees, you can say that. It is in revenue, so you can say that 1000 rupees I am the deviated. Again, I'm repeating. Assume this. RSC assumes we got our true regression line. Okay? That means you got your original line. But still, if you got original line, revenue should be what? Your actual value and predicted value, the error should be how much? 0, right? It assumes what? 0. See here. What the baseline means? Baseline means what? Predictions is equal to actual output. Correct? That is the baseline. Then what is the baseline meaning? One more time way. Baseline, what we can say that? Baseline means error is almost 0. Error is minimized. Minimum error we got. Minimum error we got. Minimum error we got. Minimum error we got. Sometimes it might be 0 also. It might be 0. But even though I got the baseline, I am seeing the error how many rupees? 1000 rupees. On of average. Again, I'm telling this. Even though we got the baseline, the actual revenue deviates 1000 rupees from the true line. That means true regression line. True regression line. Even though we got the best line, the actual revenue deviates on of average. You need to mention more. On of average. Why on of average? Because one observation you might be more than 1000. For one observation you might be less than 1000, right? We will pass observation with observation. We will pass one observation. Original revenue is equal to 1 lakh. But what your revenue is called 1,10,000. You pass second observation. Original revenue is 1 lakh, but you got 90,000. Sometimes high, sometimes low. But when you take the average, it will take how much that is? 1000 rupees. And that only, average by N you are doing right here. RS is nothing but what? Summation. Summation by N. This is nothing but what? Average value. It is the average value. This is the average value. That average revenue, how much is deviating from the entire true regression line. How much you are deviating average, on of average. That is called. Now you see here. Suppose we'll open the book. Now you tell me. We'll open the book now. Linear regression. Simple linear regression. So simple linear regression, sales equal to beta naught plus beta 1 into TV. So we're adding the coefficient, that is called RSS. RSS formula is what? E1 square, E2 square, E3 square. And you know beta naught, beta 1. See, have you mentioned any mathematics here? No, right? So don't ask me why I'm teaching you. Okay? It is not there in the textbook. Why you are teaching me? It is not there in the textbook. But you need to know, right, how you are getting this. Beta naught and beta 1. So this is the line. These are dots are original data. These vertical lines are deviations. Originally for 200, original output is this red line. But your line is mentioning this line. This much deviation is there. If you add all the deviations, it should be 0. All the deviation. That means suppose the error should be minimum is what happened. You should not get this much deviations. It's exactly pass, right? Exactly pass. Now that much deviation should be not there. Now come to here. Did the same villain. Same thing. What is RSS, RSC formula? RSS by N minus 2. That is also you learn. This is hypothesis that we will see. That's why we learn hypothesis. Now these coefficient values he got and intercept values he got, everything he got. And then he got RS is equal to 3.26. RS equal to how much? 3.26. Now you see here, RSE formula, this is RSS by n minus 2, that is RSS equal to y prediction minus y actual whole square. Now read this paragraph and explain me, at least. Read that paragraph and explain me. RSE is equal to 3.26. Tell me. On of average, you are getting error 3.26, which meaning on of average. So that's why what is saying that actual sales in each market, deviated from the which line? True regret. True means what? Best line. True means what? Best line. From the best line, your actual sales, even though it is the best line, you got the best line, but it's not matching with my actual sales. My actual data, your line is not matching. Even though you are claiming that you have a best line. Okay. You said that I studied everything, sir. But when I conduct the test, you are failing by 10 marks. Then what is the RSE? 10. RSE is 10. Understood now? You said that I studied everything, sir. You can ask me any question. Then I given 100 questions, but only 90 questions you correct, 10 questions fail. That is how much error is there now? 10. But you claim that. What you claim? I am the best. I am the best. You claim that I have the true regression line is there, but still actual sales are deviated. How much? 3.26. That means approximately 3260 units on average. 3260 on units on average. Understood now? That is called RSE. RSE is nothing but average error, even though you got the best line. Even though you got the best line. They will ask you in interview, like not terminology, technology. They will ask you like kind of explain in the kind of cases. You need to pick some case. I want to explain like that. Use case or example. You need to pick the example. Because if you explain in like this, right, no one will appreciate. No one will appreciate. You always think like that. How can I explain to my grandfather? That is the only should be in your mind. You need to pick the example. Sir, suppose example equal sales equal to TV promotion is there. I provide the promotion. I got the sales. I got the regression line. Then if that is the best regression line, I am assuming that. But even my sales are deviating from 10,000 units, which means what is there? 1000 is the RSE error. You are mentioning that in percentages. That's why it is called 3.26. So that is called RSE. Understood? Can you please confirm the chat? Deviation from true regression line. Exactly. On of average, how much you are getting the error? On of average, you need to mention the average. You need to mention the why average. Tell me. By average. Why average? Why average? No, tell me. Why average? Why you are dividing n minus 2? Why we are taking average? Because you need to look like data like this, ma. Always you are passing a data. Always you are passing what? Data. Data is 1000 observations. Okay. Your machine learning will take one observation at a time. What will take? One. Every time you will pass one observation, you will get one output. You will get one error. One output, one error. Sometimes this error might be high. Sometimes this error might be low. That's why you need to take that average. That's why you need to take the average. Understood why we will take average? That's why in the RSE also you need to mention on average. I particularly see the term if the guy is saying on average or not. Okay. Yeah. That's all today. And enjoy the weekends, enjoy the festival, New Year, all these things. Thank you. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow. Thank you, ma. Thank you so much. If something is happened, I will call you. Okay, come to Shirdi. See, you will come to Chedi, but you will not write the assignment, no? Thank you so much. Yeah, nothing will happen, ma. I roam entire India with Dabba phone. At that time only nothing happened. I went northeast, I went Bihar, I went Uttar Pradesh, everywhere. That is with Dabba phone. At that time only nothing happened. What will happen now in the digital era? Yeah. Thank you so much.